that vision can be bought back, but they cannot do anything because they're poor.
So I think because of this, they might also have depressions and all.
Depression is also a disability.
जैसे लोग हैं disabilities, so most of us ignore them, right? As a society, what they should learn, what measures they can take in order to respect disabled people, how to treat disabled people because they are very sensitive.
Be around them. Second thing, stop assuming.
What is the right age for a kid to understand disability? In this episode, we had Faiz Bhaiya. We had a very sensitive topic today to speak on disabilities. So we covered on how the society should treat people with disabilities. So we touched on so many things on how he trains the people and how he trains students in schools and colleges regarding people who are disabled. So please do watch this video till end. It was a very heart touching and emotional video for me also. If you see the podcast, even at some point of time I felt emotional, right? So please do watch it till end and like, share and subscribe it with your family members, your friends and everyone, so that people will understand how people with disabilities are being treated in the society and how they should be treated. Hi guys, welcome to another episode of podcast. So in today's episode we have Said Faiz Bhaiya. So I welcome you to the podcast, Bhaiya. Please introduce yourself to the audience.
Thank you, Ashish. Firstly, thank you so much for the opportunity. Beautiful setup. And to talk a little about myself, my name is Syed Faiz. And right now, currently, I'm working with the International Bank. I'm into their payments lending department. I also support the learning and development. I train the people there. And apart from that, I am also a passionate public speaker. I have trained a lot of students. If you talk about counts, I have taught about 30K students in a span of about 2-3 years now, touching upon their personality development, interview skills, soft skills. And we have also initiated a program for the blue collar job people, and that is on financial literacy, basically to do with their how to save money, what to do, and all of these things. So yeah, that is something about me in a nutshell.
Okay, so what about your education background?
Okay, so as you know that we both are alumni of Presidency,
Right.
and I have done my BCom from Presidency College, and after that I did my MBA from Christo Jayanti. And I think those 2 years of my activities which I did in MBA is still helping me a lot in terms of public speaking, talking, because I used to participate a lot in fests, win fests for them, represent my college in different various national level fests and all of these things. So that was my educational background, but I have something very different about myself which I really want to talk about. I have a question for you.
Hmm.
एक MBA स्टूडेंट जब पास होता है तो जॉब में क्या ढूंढता है वो? What do you
MBA
think?
student after graduating, definitely he or she would look forward for a corporate job and settle after that. Maybe few of them will go and start their own businesses. Depends person to person.
Yeah.
If you talk about me, I would definitely get a job, settle for some time, then later on move to some other things if required.
तो मेरी स्टोरी थोड़ी डिफरेंट थी.
Okay.
एक बहुत बड़ा रिस्क लिया था मैं इनफैक्ट दैट टाइम, बिकॉज ऑल माई बैचमेट्स वे गेटिंग प्लेस्ड इन बिग फोर्स, बिग कंपनीज, TY, ओ भाई यार ये भागो ये करो, बट आई वांटेड टू डू समथिंग डिफरेंट, एंड इट हैपेंड टू बी दैट कि MSW के लिए एक इंटरव्यू स्केड्यूल्ड थी, एंड इट वाज फ्रॉम जर्मन NGO which supported people with disability, and there were no openings for MBA graduate. So I went to my placement head and I thought that I want to be a part of this training. But part of this, interview. And it happened to be that, थोड़े बहुत एक्टिविटीज़ किया था मैं सोशल सेक्टर में, बट एज ए MBA ग्रेजुएट जब मैं वहाँ पे गया था तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल माय इंटरव्यूअर वो होस्टिंग, व्हाट आर यू डूइंग हियर ऐसे बोला मुझे, एंड आई वाज लाइक कि नो आई वांट टू गिव इट अ शॉट. तो आई हैड क्रिएटेड दैट वन सेंस कि ओके कोई तो बंदा अलग आके है यहाँ पे, बिकॉज व्हेन आई वेंट देयर देयर वर अबाउट 198 स्टूडेंट्स फ्रॉम डिफरेंट कॉलेजेस हु वर इंटरव्यूइंग दैट टाइम. एंड चलो सारे इंटरव्यूज दिए, ग्रुप डिस्कशंस हुआ, ये वो सब पूरा पास हुआ. एंड आफ्टर दैट देयर वर 11 पीपल शॉर्टलिस्टेड फॉर द फाइनल राउंड व्हिच हैपेंड इन देयर ऑफिस. एंड
You were a part of that?
yeah, I was a part of that. And a lot of questions came in my mind, and people were also questioning, भाई तू MBA किया है, तू सोशल सेक्टर में क्या करेगा, you don't know
Definitely.
obviously.
हाँ.
But मेरे में एक था दिमाग में कि that social sector will teach me a lot. अगर मैं यहाँ से ज़्यादा पैसा नहीं भी कमाऊँगा, but I was sure that I'm going to learn a lot from this field. Learn a lot about people with disabilities and all of these things. And I gave my interview, and I was so lucky that I was the only person hired.
Oh my God.
And honestly telling you, I didn't know what the salary was. I didn't know what they could afford. And मुझे ये था कि अगर वो सैलरी नहीं भी दे रहे हैं, बहुत कम भी दे रहे हैं, तो एटलीस्ट 1 year तो मैं वहाँ पे रहूँगा.
Okay.
तो वो प्लान तो वो था. But to tell you, Ashish, I didn't know that NGO sector is such big. I was the second highest paid candidate वो साल का पूरे बैच में.
कितना मिला
था? वो टाइम पे 5.5 मिला था मुझे. And that
As
was
a
second
MBA
highest.
fresher,
Yes, as a
that's
fresher.
great.
That was a great
हाँ.
thing वो टाइम पे. Because ये big fours आते थे 3.5, 4,
Yeah.
2.5 को भी लेके जाते थे.
This was in which year?
This was in 2018.
2018 ना, long back before COVID.
Back.
तब तो पैसा भी था market
And
में.
they saw that potential in me.
हम्म.
And honestly telling you, my family was very supportive. Because Muslim families में ऐसे होता है कि जब you get a good job, you get a good alliance. Alliance का मतलब समझ रहे हैं ना?
Right.
You get a good partner for yourself. Because that is what people see in you.
Correct.
वो देखते हैं कि कहाँ पे काम कर रहा है, कितना कमा रहा है, and all of these things. बट टाइम तो था मेरे पास, बट स्टिल पेरेंट्स के क्वेश्चंस होते हैं ना अंदर कि NGO पे जा रहा है, क्या करेगा वहाँ पे, ये सब. बट दैट इज़ डिफरेंट अबाउट मी. एंड आई स्टार्टेड माई जर्नी एंड आई वॉज विद देम फॉर 3 years. कोविड तक भी उनके साथ ही था मैं. I have learned a lot compared to what people could just do sitting in a desk job. I used to visit projects, interact with people with disabilities, in fact, work with them, understand how they work. That is when I got to know that how we have to be around people with disabilities.
Right.
So, if you ask about my experiences, बहुत better experiences थे compared to the corporate world which I am in now. But जितना भी मैं 3 साल में याद किया हूँ उनके पास या फिर सीखा हूँ, I leverage that and I still try to apply that in my life. So that was a little different about me being an MBA graduate getting into a social sector.
And that's a very good thing you did. Not everyone will be so supportive कि MBA करके इसमें जाना. It's a very huge risk what you have taken.
Yes.
I hope you have got the right fruitful thing for that.
A lot. I think सबसे बेहतर चीज़ हुई थी मेरे लाइफ में वो.
That's great. Talking about disabilities, what type of disabilities are there? I mean, in people, there should be disabilities category में who all comes in that?
See, I think if I have to tell, you and me are disabled. Because जैसे हम ये ग्लास निकाल लेंगे तो हमें जो नॉर्मल पीपल को दुनिया दिखते हैं वैसे नहीं दिख पाएगी.
Right.
तो वी आर ऑल्सो अ पार्ट ऑफ डिसेबिलिटी सेक्टर. एंड इट्स नॉट प्रूवन, बट आई समवेयर फील दैट विदाउट ग्लासेस आई कांट सी.
Correct.
-4, -5 है, तो आई कांट ड्राइव. माइट बी आई कैन समहाउ पॉसिबली ट्राई वॉकिंग, बट स्टिल कहीं पे भी गिर सकता हूँ. तो डिसेबिलिटी छोटे छोटे ऐसे भी है. बट इफ़ यू टॉक अबाउट द मेजर सेगमेंट ऑफ इट, वर्ल्ड पॉपुलेशन इफ़ यू सी अभी तो 8 बिलियन टच हो गया है. उसमें द अलार्मिंग पार्ट इज दे आर 1 billion people who come into this disability category.
On the records.
On the records, yes.
So off the records और भी हो सकते हैं.
बहुत ज़्यादा है. एक छोटा आर्टिकल पढ़ रहा था मैं जहाँ पे आई डोंट वांट टू नेम हिम, बट ही इज़ अ डिसेबिलिटी राइट्स एक्टिविस्ट, एंड ही वाज क्वेश्चनिंग वन ऑफ आर वेरी फेमस लीडर्स, जहाँ पे वो पूछ रहा था कि आपके रिकॉर्ड्स में सिर्फ 28 million people in India are disabled है, which is 2.6%. तो ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? He didn't have an answer. But when you see records of USA, वहाँ पे 16% people are disabled out of the entire population. जब इंडिया की पॉपुलेशन और यूएस की कंपेयर करोगे तो इट्स ऑब्वियसली देयर इज़ नो मैच एट ऑल, राइट? अभी इंडिया इज़ द हाईएस्ट पॉपुलेटेड कंट्री, तो यहाँ पे सिर्फ 2% कैसे हो सकता है? लास्ट सेंसस हुआ था 2011 में, 2011 में लास्ट सेंसस हुआ था, एंड ऑन रिकॉर्ड्स बोलते हैं 2.65, आई एम प्रीटी श्योर बहुत ज़्यादा है, इससे बहुत ज़्यादा है, एंड इट्स इंक्रीजिंग डे बाय डे, बिकॉज पॉवर्टी से भी डिसेबिलिटी का बहुत ज़्यादा कोरिलेशन है. इफ़ यू टॉकिंग अबाउट टाइप्स ऑफ डिसेबिलिटी, आई वुड से 60% of disabled people are not visually seen.
Okay.
For example, if you meet a blind person who cannot see, visually impaired,
Right.
जब तक वो आंख पे चश्मा नहीं डालेगा और उसके हाथ में केन नहीं रहेगी, आपको पता नहीं चलेगी
He is disabled.
he or she is disabled.
Yeah, right.
Right? Unless and until it's visible for you. So likewise, there are a lot of disabilities which are mentally related, which you will not get to know. Depression is also a disability.
Okay.
Yeah, it is also a disability because it's stopping you from being normal.
Right.
Right. So there are a lot of disabilities, but sensitization, awareness नहीं है इसके बारे में. And kudos to you, man. We are talking about this topic, and आप YouTube पे जाके search करो, search for topics on disability, podcasts on disability. Hardly 2-3 मिलेंगे.
Okay.
Hardly 2-3 मिलेंगे, because people are not sensitized. People maybe they don't want to talk about it. Inclusive environment अभी नहीं बना है, which I think through what we are doing should happen in the future.
Right.
Yeah.
So what do you think disabled people are getting jobs out there? What are the scenarios for them? Are they like, जैसे आपने बोला कि पॉवर्टी के वजह से भी डिसेबिलिटीज हो रहा है, सो बिकॉज ऑफ डिसेबिलिटी आर दे टेकिंग मेजर्स कि वी शुड प्रोवाइड सम परसेंटेज ऑफ जॉब्स टू देम, या गवर्नमेंट इज इग्नोरिंग देम? व्हाट्स योर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑन दैट?
Okay. I gave you a statistics of 8 billion people, उसमें 1 billion people are people with disabilities.
Right.
In which 80% people are unemployed.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's on record. WHO के records, UNICEF के records में जाके check करो. 80% of people are unemployed.
Okay.
So that simply means that we are not tapping potentials. Right. If you talk about my personal experiences, I used to work for an NGO which was supporting people with disabilities, and I used to work with people with disabilities. And very fortunate that I want to name her on this podcast. Her name is Rajni Gopalan. She was the first woman blind CA of India.
Oh.
And we used to work with her. She used to give us financial strategies, how to manage funds, कहाँ पे किसको लगाना है, education में कितना लगाना है, livelihood में कितना लगाना है. ये सब she used to plan for us. And being very honest, Ashish, the efficiency, the productivity what they show, we cannot match.
True.
Because they are so rich in knowledge. They can pick up things so quickly, and that is where inclusion comes in place. I mean, firstly, you need to stop assuming things. If you are a corporate, if you're starting something, you don't think about inclusion. You don't think about hiring people with disabilities. Why? Because you know that कि हाय भाई ये burden हो जाएगा हमारे ऊपर. Right. So that is what the first thing comes in your mind. That if you're hiring a person with disability, maybe वो ज़्यादा productive नहीं रहेगा जितना मैं salary दे रहा हूँ उससे. Don't hire for that. Hire for what potential they have, for the strengths what they have. Unless and until you don't start that inclusive atmosphere at your workspace, you will not get to know. It's simple. The reason why those 80% of people are still lying without jobs, and that's directly correlating to be them poor. So जब poverty आती है, and if they are disabled, they are not having access to proper health care. अच्छा, अभी आपको जो मैं नंबर बोला, वो नंबर था कितना? 1 million. Sorry, 1 billion people. In which इंडिया में अब उसका नंबर निकालोगे तो 26 million people are people with disabilities. Okay. उसमें 7.8 million people are people affected with visually impaired. Are visually impaired. उसमें भी 80% people are curable. वो disability जो है उनकी, जो visually impaired disability है, that vision can be bought back, but they cannot do anything because they are poor. They don't have access, they don't have sensitization, they don't have people to come and tell कि hey, this is not a disability. When you go and show it to a doctor, ये आपकी vision वापस आ सकती है. तो ये बोलने वाला कोई नहीं है इनको. So that simply means that inclusion is missing somewhere.
Correct.
Poverty is again one more big aspect of it. 80% जब क्योर हो जाएंगे, तब आप सोचो कि डिसेबिलिटी का इंडेक्स कितना कम हो जाएगा.
Correct.
right? So these are few things which we are not thinking. And as you were telling that workspaces ka jo ye hai, I highly recommend ki if someone watching us on this podcast, and if you are a decision maker for your company, start an inclusive workspace, and make sure that you include such people, because they can contribute a lot to what you're doing. तभी एक
Right.
diverse work culture बनेगा. So that is
So
what I want
people
to say.
with differently abled and all are there.
Hmm.
What type of jobs can they take up if corporate is open for them? What jobs can they do according to you?
Okay. Firstly, my first point was stop assuming,
Hmm.
right? Just a question, Ashish, again. A person without two hands, do you think that she can type?
Yes, if she
How?
learns typing from a leg or something, because I have seen this recently.
Mhm.
A Paralympic champion,
Mm,
she got a sign from our Prime Minister Modi.
exactly.
So
Yes,
I
yes,
saw
yes.
that. Right.
Wonderful. So you believe that
Correct.
he or she
They
can
can.
type, right? There are a lot of technologies now. First thing, again, stop assuming. For the people who think that a person without hands cannot type, it's utter bullshit. Okay, they can. There are a lot of softwares. There are a lot of things which is called as text to speech, speech to text. ऐसे
Hmm.
बहुत सारे सॉफ्टवेयर हैं
Mm-hmm.
जहाँ पे दे टेक यूज ऑफ इट एंड दे डू लॉट ऑफ वर्क. इनफैक्ट इंजीनियर्स बैठे हैं जो जिसके पास हाथ नहीं है, जो सिर्फ स्पीच से बोलते हैं, ईमेल टाइप होता है, जाता है, एंड दे आर डूइंग ब्यूटिफुल गुड वर्क इन कॉर्पोरेट लाइफ. इंजीनियर्स हो गए. एंड अभी एक उषा मैम करके थे, शी वॉज अ रिसेप्शनिस्ट. शी वॉज विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड, बचपन से विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड थी वो. एंड वी यूज टू ट्रैवल अ लॉट इन माई एन जी ओ वर्क. बहुत ट्रैवलिंग होता था बिकॉज आर प्रोजेक्ट्स वेयर इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट, इधर उधर सब बहुत सारे थे. तो मंथली 2-3 बार मैं ट्रैवल करता था, टीम ट्रैवल करती थी एंड ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स. तो शी वॉज आर गो टू पर्सन. Okay, she was visually impaired, and she used to book all our tickets. The best stay with the cheapest price, and she used to have everything on her what do you say fingers. बस एक कॉल लगाती थी, ये करती थी, एंड शी यूज टू टाइप. अभी टाइप करने से भी आपको सुनाई देता है वो.
Right.
सो दैट इज़ ऑल्सो अ टेक्नोलॉजी.
Hmm.
सो उसके पास वो सिस्टम था जहाँ पे बैठ के शी यूज टू लिटरली टाइप डाउन ईमेल्स टू ट्रैवल कंपनीज, आस्क गेट कोट्स, book flights for us. She used to be so smart, Ashish. Whenever I used to go, before I tell her good morning, ma'am, I just used to go and stand in front of her to just see how she works.
Hmm.
She used to type, she used to keep doing, and she used to tell me that, हाँ सैयद, you're standing, I know. तो उसको पता चल जाता कि मैं वहाँ पे खड़ा हूँ. So just imagine that कि उनके senses कितने strong है,
तो
right?
कैसे सेंसस कैसे एक्टिवेट होता है उनके अंदर? व्हाट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स डू दे स्मेल, फील,
Yeah.
हियर? कैसे होता है
See,
basically?
visually impaired ka my experience I would share. I might be wrong, but my
Yeah,
experience I
okay.
would share. Ki, these people cannot see, but I think God has gifted them some special abilities, which is senses. They are very sharp, Ashish. They're very sharp. I think they've made this as their normal,
Hmm.
right? They know कि सामने से कुछ आ रहा है तो अलर्ट हो जाते हैं वो. केन नहीं है उसके पास, उसको पता चल जाता है कि ओके यहाँ पे स्टेप्स है. आई डोंट नो हाउ मैन. वी यूज टू गो डू एक्सेसिबल ऑडिट्स फॉर कॉर्पोरेट कंपनीज टू सी इफ द वर्क स्पेस इज व्हाट यू से एक्सेसिबल. So we used to take her along as well, because she would give a perfect picture of how accessible this workspace is for a visually impaired person.
Got
Because she was a visually impaired person. She used to walk, and we used to just stop and see what happens. She used to make sure that कि जो भी है एक ऑब्जेक्ट सामने है तो उसको पता चल जाता था वो. आई डोंट नो हाउ, बट आई थिंक इट्स ऑल गॉड गिफ्टेड.
सो अभी जैसे कि डिसेबल पीपल के बारे में आपने बताया, तो सोसाइटी का पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू क्या है इन डिसेबल लोगों में?
ब्यूटिफुल क्वेश्चन आशीष. सोसाइटी के पर्सपेक्टिव से आई वांट टू टेल एनीवन हु इज़ नॉट डिसेबल्ड एंड हु इज़ वाचिंग दिस पॉडकास्ट. Okay, whenever you see a person with disability, एक एग्जाम्पल दिया था मैं कि someone who's trying to cross the road, and if that person is not able to see,
राइट.
the first thing what you have to do is to close your eyes and tell that I am a person with disability. Okay?
Okay.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell
Okay.
you why. There's a very small line between empathy and sympathy.
Hmm.
Okay? Empathy is basically you're trying to put yourself into others' shoes and trying to understand ki what's happening with them right now. Sympathizing is what? Sympathizing simply means that you are trying to get into your mind telling that that person is not as privileged as me. Disadvantaged बंदा है, वो उसको दिख नहीं रहा है, मुझको जाके हेल्प करना है उसे. नहीं, don't do that. So as a community, we have to empathize, not sympathize for people with disabilities. That is when inclusion will happen. That is when we will start seeing that they are also equally on par with us. They are not
Right.
disadvantaged. They can do what we can, and I somehow feel that they can do better things than what we can. Right? So for the society, बहुत thin line है. जब भी आप एक people with disability को देखोगे, stop assuming that शायद वो ये नहीं कर पाएगा, वो नहीं कर पाएगा, ये सब. Stop sympathizing, empathize, and see where you can be support for them and what you can actually learn from them. That is when inclusion happens. That is when you are keeping yourself and that person on the same level. Because usually क्या होता है जब भी हम एक person with disability देखते हैं उसको नीचे
Hmm.
शायद ये कुछ नहीं कर पाएगा,
Right.
बंदा ऐसा है, तो एक sympathy factor आ जाता है ना. So that is something which we have to stop doing.
So how do you want to spread this awareness to the people about disability? What are your steps next?
See, I want to talk about this in a lot of forums. And when I was there for 3 years in the NGO sector, I used to talk to corporates, I used to talk to students, schools, colleges on sensitizing them on people with disabilities, how to be around people with disabilities, how it is like to work with people with disabilities, and don't sympathize, empathize. So I want to do more such things, Ashish, and I think the digital platform is very huge now. And somewhere I feel that what we are doing now, I really wish that this goes and reaches out to a lot of audience, because when you go and search on internet about people with disabilities, podcasts on people with disabilities, बहुत कम है.
Hmm.
But I think this topic has to be taught to people, and it has to come out blooming where people know what it is to be like a person with disability. तो digital platforms में I'll go talk, I'll see what I can do at best. I do a lot of trainings. जब भी मैं trainings देता हूँ वहाँ पे भी I make sure that I talk with people with disabilities. I don't know, have that special connect with them. That 3 years which I said, that call which I took after MBA has helped me a lot, because they have supported me enough to understand कि उनकी life कैसी है and हम कैसे उनको support कर सकते हैं, and how they support us. तो
How can you change a person's mindset ki ठीक है, this person is blind. They feel like it is an untouchable thing. They don't want to talk to them. They feel कि they are beggars on street, that they are taking money. Some people just push them and go away. ये सब चीज़ें, it's like a bad thing for them.
Yeah.
Under 1% at least you'll have sympathy, but then you cannot show that to the world ना. तो उस basis पे आप कैसे उनको ये करोगे?
See, again, a lot of NGOs supporting people with disabilities are working on awareness.
They are not seen on social medias.
Yes.
They're not seen on
Yes.
newspapers.
See, I'll tell you something, Ashish. जो NGO में मैं काम करता था ना, इतना अच्छा काम है उनका, इतने सारे अच्छे काम कर रहे हैं people with disabilities के, but they don't know how to showcase.
Okay.
इंटरनेट पे आज हर बंदा है, हर आदमी है, कॉम्स, कम्युनिकेशंस डिपार्टमेंट, ये वो सब डालते रहते हैं. जो दिखता है वो बिकता है, अभी वैसा है. तो ये लोग उतना ज़्यादा फ्लरिश नहीं कर रहे हैं बिकॉज दे आर नॉट शोइंग वर्क व्हाट दे आर डूइंग. राइट, जब भी इंटरनेट पे आप डालोगे, कुछ करोगे इसके साथ, यू आर कंसिस्टेंटली पोस्टिंग व्हाट यू आर डूइंग एंड ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स, अवेयरनेस आएगी. बट दे आर नॉट डूइंग अवेयरनेस ऑन दैट स्पेसिस, बिकॉज हम लोग सब क्या यूथ है, what we do, we take Instagram, we scroll, जो भी आता है देख लेते हैं, कंज्यूम कर लेते हैं कंटेंट को. बट अभी that is also something which they have to focus on, which they are not doing. The major focus what they are doing is they are giving sensitization sessions on ground.
Okay.
जहाँ पे जाके बच्चों को स्कूल्स में, कॉलेजेस में, they're trying to make people aware of what people with disabilities are actually. You should not sympathize with them, but empathize. Inclusion kya hai? Please get people with disability on board. Let them work for you. See how things go. And there's a study which says that employers who have employed people with disabilities are more profitable.
Okay.
Okay, it's a proven study. मैं ऐसे नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. It's a proven study. You will find this on internet. Employers who have employed people with disabilities are more profitable. Then why are people not hiring people with disabilities?
True.
Right. It's a
Technically,
stigma.
जिस वे में आप
Technically,
बोल
like,
रहे हो,
yeah.
I am an HR of a company. I don't know
Wow,
if you know that, right?
Yeah.
So even I feel ki now I'm thinking ki yes, people are there who are on roads
Yeah.
finding jobs, but people like me as an HR, we are not focusing on them because we hire from an online platforms, maybe HR consultancies, maybe from colleges and all. But we have totally forgotten कि ऐसे people भी exist करते हैं. I'm talking in terms of all the HR community
Yes,
right
yes,
now.
yes,
है ना?
yes, yes.
So this
Beautiful.
stigma, I think even we should also take it forward. LinkedIn is the right platform for this, I guess.
Yeah.
है ना? Thank you so much for getting this, right? Anyhow.
Yes, I think I've touched the right source.
Exactly. So you told 3 years you were completely in NGO, right? What kind of trainings, you spoke about trainings,
Yeah.
what kind of things you used to do in that NGO? Can you please tell us what you did there?
Okay, I was into their public relations department. Let me name the NGO.
Yes, please.
It's CBM India Trust, and it's basically an NGO from a German country, and they have a lot of projects happening in India. And we had a liaison office here called CBM India Trust, and we used to run the projects, and we used to technically support what they do. And जो भी यहाँ पे community had disability, we used to support them. And my role there was I was into the public relations. My task was to spread awareness.
Okay.
Spread awareness, talk to people, CSR के, HNIs, high net worth individuals, students, principals. Just tell them what people with disabilities are and what work as CBM we are doing for them. Right. देखो NGO चलाना is it's not an easy thing. Okay, you need to have enough funds, enough donations coming in, right source of donations coming in. ये सब बहुत चलता है. And there are a lot of stringent laws on NGOs right now. FCRA का इतना बड़ा law आया था जहाँ पे you cannot directly get in the foreign contributions. बहुत सारे उसके due diligences checks होते हैं अभी. So it's not easy to run an NGO. तो my task was to spread awareness, and after that make sure that we make enough money for our NGO to sustain our projects and support the people with disability what we are supporting. So that was my task. And trainings wise, I used to tap schools. We used to give sensitization sessions on small daily eye care कैसे कर सकते हो आप, preventable eye care कैसे कर सकते हो, कि how you have to be around people with disabilities, what are people with disabilities. जब मैं इनको examples लेके पढ़ाता था तो they used to connect a lot.
Right.
So अभी बच्चे को आप disability के बारे में सिखा रहे हो तो पूरी लाइफ लॉन्ग उसको याद रहेगा कि व्हाट इज़ अ पर्सन विद डिसेबिलिटी. बिकॉज अभी बच्चे को जाके इफ ही डजंट नो व्हाट दैट इज़, ही विल ऑब्वियसली सी कि हाँ वो कोई रोड साइड में बेगर बैठा है वो वहाँ पे. ऐसा नहीं है ना. इट हैपेंड बिकॉज ही इज़ पुअर. It happened because there's no inclusion. It happened because we don't have a right atmosphere for them to be included.
Correct.
So that was my task there. That is what I used to do in my trainings as a NGO background kind of a thing. But apart from that, I also do trainings with students, which is on soft skills, financial literacy programs करता हूँ मैं. उनके interview skills के ऊपर काम कराता हूँ. This is what I do. Yeah.
Okay. So what is the right age for a kid to understand disability?
I don't think so कि एक बच्चा जो 5 years का है उसको समझ आएगा. But anything after first standard is what we used to pitch in for schools. Okay. But उनके sessions अलग होते थे. अभी फर्स्ट से फोर्थ तक जो भी मैं सेशंस करता था, इट यूज्ड टू बी मोर गेमिफाइड एक्सपीरियंसेस.
Right.
राइट. वी यूज्ड टू आस्क देम कि व्हेन यू सी अ विजुअली इम्पेयर्ड व्हाट विल यू डू. वी यूज्ड टू गेट सम इंटरेस्टिंग आंसर्स एंड उसको कैसे हम चेंज करेंगे.
Any personal experience कि आपको ऐसा जवाब मिला है? Any kid who was very smart?
हाँ, he was talking about his experience where he was with his mom and bus stand पे खड़ा था वो, and he saw a woman, a old woman, trying to cross the road, and उसको ऐसे लगा कि she was well to do. I'll tell you who that woman is. In fact वो ट्रेनिंग के बाद ही हुआ था हमारे.
Okay.
तो शी वॉज वेल टू डू एंड शी वॉज जस्ट ट्राइंग टू क्रॉस द रोड, एंड वो बच्चा था वहाँ पे, तो बच्चा खड़ा था देख रहा था उसको, एंड ही वॉज टेलिंग दैट ही वांटेड टू गो एंड हेल्प, बट उसकी माँ उसको अलाउ नहीं की.
Okay.
उसकी माँ उसको अलाउ नहीं की, एंड आई आस्क्ड वाई बेटा, वाई व्हाट हैपेंड. कहते नो, माय मम्मी सेड दैट शी माइट किडनैप मी. तो आई वॉज शॉक्ड कि भाई ये क्या हुआ, ऐसे क्यों हुआ, वाई डिड योर मॉम टेल दैट. मुझे लाइक कि नहीं, हाँ ऐसे जो भी होता है कि यू गेट दैट परसेप्शन, राइट. तो बच्चे की परसेप्शन बन गई है कि यू सी समवन हु हैज़ अ मोबिलिटी इम्पेयरमेंट, हु कैन नॉट सी, थोड़ा विजुअली जो दिखता है कि ओके ही इज़ नॉट नॉर्मल, पीपल, स्टूडेंट्स आर स्कैर्ड नाउ बिकॉज द पेरेंट्स itself they are not sensitized, they are not teaching them right. नहीं नहीं बेटा मत जाओ वहाँ पे, तो नेक्स्ट टाइम भी नहीं जाएगा वो, उसके बच्चों को भी
Definitely.
वही सिखाएगा वो. तो दिस वॉज अ वेरी क्रेजी एक्सपीरियंस. एंड जो लेडी के बारे में बोल रहा था, वो लेडी सेम लाइक विच आई स्पोक अबाउट, आई वॉज वन ऑफ द कलीग. व्हेन यू टॉक टू देम एंड उनकी जब डिसेबिलिटी दिख के आती है ना, मे बी मोबिलिटी इम्पेयर्ड होते हैं वो, या फिर आई साइड नहीं होता है और आइस पूरे एकदम ख़राब होके रहते हैं, बट विच इज़ विजिबल, तो उनके एक्सपीरियंसेस विथ द सोसाइटी आर वेरी बैड, बिकॉज मुंह पे इनको रिजेक्शंस मिलते हैं,
Correct.
किड्स क्राइंग, रनिंग ऑफ. सोचो कि आप बैठे हो एंड you're going to a child which is looking cute for you, and you want to go and play with him, and he just runs away getting scared. Just imagine. So when you talk to them, a lot of things come into picture, and you just have to sit and आप कहीं दूसरे जोन में चल जाओगे भाई.
मैं जा रहा हूँ.
Yeah,
So I think because of this, they might also have depressions and all.
a lot.
How do
बहुत.
they overcome? You have been with them. Tell me their experiences, how they feel about us normal people. What are the things happening in
See,
NGOs?
yeah. One thing what we have to understand is disability can happen to anyone at any time. अभी मैं यहाँ पे फिट बंदा बैठा हूँ, कल शायद नहीं होगा,
Correct.
कुछ हो गया
I think
मुझे.
even I am disabled. मेरे पैर कट गया था तो I have rod in that.
See,
So
रॉड लग गया, चल पा रहे
चल
हो.
पा रहा हूँ. नहीं
अगर
होता तो
वो
फिर
पैर ही नहीं होता तो रॉड भी नहीं लग सकता वहाँ
correct.
पे,
हाँ.
राइट. तो डिसेबिलिटी कैन हैपन टू यू at any time, anywhere. You
True.
have to be prepared. That's it. And जब आप इस पे फोकस नहीं करके हो, you don't know what people with disabilities are, and in the future if disability happens to you, that should not happen, but if it happens to you, then भाई जो आप डिप्रेशन से गुजरोगे, जो आपकी लाइफ बदलेगी, इट्स गोइंग टू बी पैथेटिकली बैड, इट्स गोइंग टू बी सुपर बैड. जो रजनी गोपालन which I spoke about, right, the first woman. See, BCom, I think उनकी कहानी जब मैं सुना था, she said that she was born normal, अच्छा दिखता था, अच्छा था, शी वॉज अ वेरी ब्राइट स्टूडेंट. सिर्फ एक कुछ बुखार आई थी एंड शी वेंट टू अ डॉक्टर एंड कुछ ऐसे टैबलेट्स दे दिए विच वर नॉट प्रिस्क्राइब टू हर, एंड शी एट द टैबलेट्स एंड ड्यू टू इन्फेक्शन साइड इफेक्ट्स हुआ, एंड स्टार्टेड इन्फेक्शन, राइट आई में इन्फेक्शन हुआ, लेफ्ट आई में इन्फेक्शन हुआ, ग्रेजुअली शी स्टार्टेड लूजिंग हर विजन, एंड नाउ शी कैन नॉट सी एनीथिंग
because of one mistake.
तो जो भी खुदा ने हमें दिया है, आई थिंक वी हैव टू बी वेरी ग्रेटफुल फॉर इट, वेरी ग्रेटफुल, बिकॉज वी आर वेरी फॉर्चुनेट. एंड आई समवेयर फील कि जब बचपन से ही होता है ना, when you're born disabled, those people are more adaptive, they're more motivated, they can do stuff because they are used to it and they have made it as normal. That's this normal for them. But disability which happens to people after being normal, that's pathetic. You can't even imagine. They are people who have not come out of rooms for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months straight. The only prayers what they had was to काश मैं वो दिन मर जाता या फिर कुछ हो जाता मुझे. तो ये सब स्टोरीज सामने आई हैं एंड व्हेन आई हैव स्पोकन टू देम दे आर ऑल मोटिवेटेड नाउ, दे ऑल आर डूइंग प्रिटी गुड इन लाइफ, दे आर डूइंग द बेस्ट इन लाइफ, बट ये सब उनके डार्क स्टोरीज हैं।
राइट।
ये सब उनके डार्क स्टोरीज हैं, जब आप उनके साथ बैठ के बात करोगे तभी आपको ये सब निकल के आएंगे। एंड वन मोर थिंग इज यू नो टू बी इंक्लूसिव आपको थोड़ा एफर्ट लेना पड़ेगा, राइट? इफ़ यू टॉक टू अ डेफ person who cannot hear, who cannot maybe talk,
Sign languages.
so sign language is very important, right? Now if I ask the viewers, I think उसमें 1% लोग को भी पता नहीं होगा what sign language is. Basic सीखना है आपको, and which is going to help you a lot to interact with people like that, and that is when you are making the entire atmosphere inclusive, right? छोटा है, if you spend around 1 hour in a week भी आप सीख पाओगे, इतना बेसिक तो सीख पाओगे कि आप उनके साथ कम्युनिकेट कर लोगे,
थोड़ा
उनको
बेसिक
समझ आए।
आपको आता है थोड़ा
हाँ
बहुत?
हाँ, मैं
Basic.
इनफैक्ट आई टुक अ TTT, ट्रेन द ट्रेनर प्रोग्राम फॉर इंडियन साइन लैंग्वेज।
Okay.
बेसिक चीज़ था वो, एंड मैं उस पर ट्रेन किया हूँ एंड आई हैव गॉट ट्रेन। मैं दूसरों को भी सिखाता हूँ, मुझे इन डेप्थ सब नहीं पता है,
Okay.
बट आई नो आई कैन कम्युनिकेट विद
Manageable.
देम, या। So, do you want to learn?
If you can help.
Okay. So basic चीज़ें मैं दिखा दूंगा आपको.
Okay.
I think this can, you know,
Right.
be on records as well. तो इंडिया में आप जब कम्युनिकेट कर रहे हो, ISL करके लैंग्वेज है, which is Indian Sign Language,
Okay.
which has been followed throughout India.
Okay.
ये स्टैंडर्ड लैंग्वेज है, इसके अल्फ़ाबेट्स अलग हो गए, और जो अमेरिका में फॉलो करते हैं उसके अल्फ़ाबेट्स अलग हो गए।
अच्छा।
तो इंडियन साइन लैंग्वेज में आपको दिखाता हूँ। Why don't we do A to Z in sign language?
Sure, please.
So the first key rule, what you have to do when you are doing a sign language is whatever hand movements you do, it should be below your chin and above your tummy. It should be within your shoulders.
Okay.
So this is your frame,
Okay,
and you
this-
cannot you cannot go out of the frame because
chest area.
signs badal jayenge.
हाँ, okay.
Okay, and maybe it might not be easy for the people
Right.
to understand, people with disabilities. तो A to Z करें।
Please.
तो Indian Sign Language के alphabets are: A is this, okay,
This.
this is A, okay, this
Okay.
is A,
This.
A, and this is B,
Okay.
this is C,
That's normal. Okay.
C,
हाँ.
this is D,
हाँ.
okay, this is the E,
That's normal. ठीक है.
E,
हाँ.
this is F,
Oh.
this is F,
Okay. Got
okay,
it.
this is F. After that it's G,
This is G.
G.
Okay.
G, H,
Okay.
this is
थोड़ा
H.
डिफिकल्ट है बट
हाँ,
ट्रेनिंग
आप
में
ट्रेन
सीख
करते
जाएंगे,
रहोगे तो
हाँ.
आप सीख जाओगे।
हाँ.
H, then this is I,
अच्छा, आई पे डॉट.
dot, और I,
ओके.
okay, I. After I क्या है?
J.
J. So this is J.
That's such.
Okay.
It doesn't look like L.
No, you have to keep it as L, but do
It's a J.
this. You have
Also,
to do this.
I have to do this.
You
Okay.
have to do this. This is when it's
It's J.
J.
Okay.
then L.
H. J H. L M N O P Q.
एक मिनट।
A B C D F G H I J K.
J, K,
K.
J हो गया ना?
J.
J,
K.
K.
This.
This is K.
Okay.
L.
Same again.
If you do this
J.
becomes J.
Okay. It's
L.
just L. Huh.
L. This is M.
M.
3 fingers. M.
N.
N.
2 fingers.
O.
O. That's easy.
P.
Okay.
D is this. P.
P is this. Acha.
Q.
Okay.
Q.
हाँ. R.
R.
क्या करना है ये?
R.
R. Okay.
S. This is S.
Okay.
T.
हाँ, easy.
U.
Easy.
V.
Easy.
W. This is W.
W.
X.
हाँ, easy.
Y. You have to keep your hand like this and then pull it from here. Y.
Oh.
Y.
Okay. Y. Z.
Z.
This is it. Oh my God. थोड़ा
Now-
difficult है.
Now,
हाँ.
ask my name in sign language.
Fez.
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 So if you have to tell, if they ask you what
हाँ.
is your name,
हाँ.
then I will tell
Okay.
that what is F. F,
Hmm.
A,
Hmm.
I, Z.
Z.
They will understand it's Fez.
Great.
Yeah. So
थोड़ा
very
difficult
basic.
है,
अगर
but
आप ये सीख लोगे,
हाँ.
अगर आप ये सीख लोगे, तो you can talk to any deaf person who's standing in front of you. सबसे पहली चीज, after this what you have to learn is this
What's that?
and this.
This is what?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Sure.
So this is hi. So when a person who is deaf, he will first tell you this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this means that he cannot hear, he
Hear or
cannot
speak.
talk. He will do this. So that is when you have to start talking to him in sign
Sign
language.
language.
The first thing what you have to, hi. Oh, if you have been talking to him, you do this. You're telling that, oh, I'm so sorry. I've been talking to you. I'm sorry.
Acha.
I'm
Oh,
sorry. And after
that's
that, you
sweet.
start with your sign language. This is hi.
Hi.
Hi. How you? So whenever you talk in
Mhm.
sign language, it's more like, how you, what you do, where you're home.
Acha, chota.
Chota chota.
They
hota hai.
also track your lip movement also,
Yeah,
na?
yeah.
They're
So,
very
so whenever
smart.
you tell sorry, don't just do this.
Tell sorry also.
Be sorry.
Yeah.
Expression
Facial
में दिखाओ
expression, हाँ.
कि आप sorry हो. Sorry. And my first experience when I was talking, he's one of my colleague in ANZ. He got so emotional, man. He got so emotional. मैं वो सीख के, and it was fresh though. अभी ये होके 2 साल हो गया है. जब भी मुझे चांस मिलता है मैं बात करता हूँ, बट तब मुझे और ज़्यादा वर्ड्स बताते हैं. I used to talk to him about what is internet, ये वो है सब sign language में. He got so emotional, Ashish. He literally started crying. भाई, because efforts हम दिखा रहे हैं ना कि we are trying to be inclusive. We are trying to learn what they are comfortable with. तो सोचो कि उनको कितना फील गुड होगा कि a normal person talking in sign language, you just go and do this to them. And वो आपको ज़िंदगी भर नहीं भूलेगा. You just do this in front of him, tell your spelling, and after that वो ज़िंदगी भर नहीं भूलेगा आपको. So this is something which I want to request people to learn and also, practice it with your people and spread awareness.
So sign languages was very helpful. I hope people learn and they abide with the situation. ठीक है. So next is कि जैसे लोग हैं disabilities, so most of us ignore them, right? As a society, what they should learn, what measures they can take in order to respect disabled people, and how to treat disabled people, because they are very sensitive, right? We as people, we are very harsh on so many things. How
Yes.
can we take this forward?
I think when I started working with people with disability, that is when I got to learn about them, learn about their lives. So my true suggestion to the society is be around them. First suggestion is to be around them. Second thing, stop assuming, which I already spoke about. A person who cannot see, cannot type is total bullshit. A person who has no hands cannot type, again, total bullshit. A person who is mobility impaired cannot come to office is again total bullshit. So stop assuming. That is the second thing. Be more around with people with disability. Try to think about accessibility wherever you are. Let it be your homes, let it be the places you work, let it be the systems where you're working for. If you're at work, make sure that they are inclusive for people with disability. And the last thing is, again, repeating, please don't sympathize, please empathize. And that is when you are practicing inclusion. So inclusion, when you keep that in mind, so that is when, as a society, we are trying to be inclusive with diverse communities, with people with disabilities. So I somewhere feel that we, especially city life में, we are in a rat race जहाँ पे we only focus on what we want to do, what good we have to do for us and for our family. No, I somewhere feel that is not the life what the purpose of our life is. अगर आपको अल्लाह या फिर God ने यहाँ पे भेजा है इस दुनिया में, तो I somewhere feel that you have a purpose. And he is also expecting you to do something, not just for you, not just for your family, but also for people around you. So not just people with disability, जब भी आपको टाइम मिलता है, it's not just about giving money or donating. Donate your time. Give some
Right.
time out. There are so many NGOs which want people to come and interact with their people. uh, Old age homes hai. So many interesting places, Ashish. If I have to tell you, I had been to this place called Proto Village.
Hmm.
Okay, it's a prototype village. The founder name is Kalyan and is my very good friend. This guy was a corporate guy in a very good post. He sold his properties in Bangalore. He bought a bare 3-acre land in Hindupur.
Hmm.
You know what he has done there? He has taken all the village kids, made a school there. He's trying to give the quality education what a city, what do you say, student gets in the village setup. And the entire setup is an inclusive setup and a self-sustainable setup where they produce their own electricity, where they produce their own harvest. They cook the food what they harvest. And it's like a small community. They don't have to be dependent on everything. So that's the prototype which this guy is running, and hats off to you, man. We need more people like him, and his aim is to replicate the prototype in all villages in India. तो सच ए इंटरेस्टिंग प्लेस ही.
Right.
फर्स्ट थिंग, आपको जब ट्रिप पे जाना है तो क्या आता है? ओ भाई, मैं जाऊंगा लद्दाख. लद्दाख travel is good, you learn a lot of things, but whenever you are on travel, try to visit places which are doing out of the box. Take it as a challenge. So next trip, wherever I'm going, if you're going to Ladakh or nearby Mysore, wherever that is, the nearest I said, till Kanyakumari, India में इतने सारे places हैं जो out of the box चीज़ें कर रहे हैं. I can name a lot of them, and I really want to visit. But जब भी मुझे time मिलता है, I go visit them.
That's great.
या लेट बी ओल्ड एज होम्स, या फिर जो पेट रिलेटेड है. अभी जो प्रोटोटाइप विलेजेस बोला मैं, this is something out of the box. This
Correct.
guy is selling his properties here in Bangalore and going in a village, and he's just not talking about stuff. Okay, he has made sure that his son and daughter both are studying in the same school, and they were studying here in one of the best schools in Bangalore. So just imagine the level of crazy stuff he has in his mind, and he's implementing it, he's doing it. So yeah.
Okay, that's great. So, what's the major role of today's generation, the kids, college-going kids, or maybe school kids, their role, and maybe it's the social media aspect on this disability thing?
Okay. If I have to just keep the disability part a little aside and just talk about today's generation, when I talk to the so-called Gen Zs, right? Gen Zs, access to internet
Easy.
is very easy now, and you have everything on your touch screen. You just have to type, tell ChatGPT, everything is available. So what I feel about this Gen Zs right now is, whenever I interact to them, these are the people, not most of them, but they are few, who are more into consuming content on internet. They are just consuming content on internet. Consuming in the sense, like अभी आप आके बैठ गए स्कूल से, you have taken your phone out, you're scrolling reels.
Right.
1 घंटा चल गया, 2 घंटा चल गया, पता नहीं. You're just consuming content. You don't know if that's a good content or it's a bad content. अगर आप good content consume कर रहे हो, well and good. अगर आप bad content consume कर रहे हो, तो you're wasting time. So my advice to the students or the Gen Zs now is that stop consuming content, start creating content.
Okay.
Right. So that is how you are going to bring value. जो भी है, start, why do you have to consume it? Why do you have to see people what they're doing? Start doing your own stuff. It might be difficult, you might be equipped with all of your other day-to-day work, but जो आपके पास 2 घंटे है रील स्क्रॉल करने के लिए, तो वो 2 घंटे आप एक रील बनाने में डालोगे या फिर कुछ भी आप वैल्यूबल चीज़ बाहर डालोगे, तो that is going to help you a lot. Let be your professional life, your personal life, people will look up to you. So my only advice is, why we are consuming a lot of content, it has to stop. We have to start creating more content. Yeah, that's the advice which I have.
Okay, that's great. So let's end here. It was great talking to you. Insights on disability. Oh my God. I was also kind of emotional at one point of time, but really people should think about it and start working on it. So, any advice you want to give to the audience regarding people with disabilities?
Okay. My advice is, after watching this video, I know, even if there was a saying, I think APJ Abdul Kalam himself said, he was in my college when I was in cathedrals.
Okay.
सेकेंड पीयू में था, एंड ही हैड कम एंड ही हैड गिवन अ स्मॉल लेक्चर. ओ माय गॉड, इतना मोटिवेटेड हो गया था मैं कि भाई मुझे कुछ करना है लाइफ में, ऑल ऑफ दीज थिंग्स. यू नो, एट द एंड ऑफ दिस स्पीच व्हाट he said that after 10 minutes I'm sure that you're going to forget everything what I'm going to talk now. Okay, unless and until now, if you sit and jot down things in your mind that what is the next action I'm going to take, if you're not going to do that, if you have still been watching us, then I think that's just waste of time. You have just consumed content. Unless and until you don't take actions for what we have spoken, I think this podcast is utter waste of time for you. So it's the right time now. You still have time. It's still fresh in your head. So start making notes in your mind and put action items about what you are going to do next for our community and for people with disability. The best thing to practice is learn more about inclusion. So yeah, that's my advice.
Right. Thank you for joining today.
Thank you, Ashish. It was pleasure, and I think a lot of refresher happened to me as well. All the best for your podcast, and
Thank you
I'm
so much.
pretty sure that you are going to do wonders, man.
Thank you so
And
much.
I would be happy if you do so.